So you just started a new game of Schedule 1 and see all those videos of people having fun, earning thousands of dollars and becoming richer and richer. And you think to yourself, yeah, I want that. Then here are 10 tips for you to become rich in Schedule 1.
What?
Yep, we're not doing it like that. So here are 10 tips to get stinking rich and wrecked, son. So first of all, you're gonna take everything from the van with you. That gives you the perfect start to set up your first plants and get more yield, shorter growing time and have mid-tier gear right from the start. So the van will explode as soon as you call your Uncle Nelson the first time. So you can take everything before it explodes and have that ready to set you up right from the beginning. Of course, you're gonna have to wait a little bit until the plants grow, but take every single thing, okay? The pots, take the trash bin if you want to. If you don't, that's okay, because at the first motel I think there will still be a trash bin, so you don't need one right away. But take those pots, take the storage unit, take the packaging station, every single thing, okay? You do need to bring some patience at this point, because the plants are growing as they should, and during that time there's really nothing for you to do except to get familiar with the surroundings. So as soon as the plants are grown, you can harvest everything, package everything up with the baggies, and you see here we have 14 buds to yield. So this yield is quite substantial when you compare it to the yield you could have with the normal plant growing stations. So you really need to bring this with you so you can start off the right way in Schedule 1. So this next step is very important to maximize your profit. As soon as you sell everything at late night, you get the curfew bonus. So you have two kinds of bonuses when you sell stuff. You have the curfew bonus and you have the quick exchange bonus, I think. And both of them give you 10% bonus. But for the late night, there's a particular thing. So at 4 a.m. in the morning, time stops. And you have until 6 a.m. in the morning to sell everything. So even if you don't have all the product you need to sell, you can still produce it during the night, during that time when you have unlimited time, and then just sell it later on. And at the next part you will see that I will have the left side of my screen full with deals to make, and at the end you'll even get a notification that your deals are expiring, but they're actually not. So you can go and make all of your deals, get all that tasty curfew bonus, and you can see here on this slimy cheese deal I just made, I had almost 100 euros or dollars as you wish on the curfew bonus. The next deal will also bring a substantial bonus, because that will be some biodurgal, and that gives me about 250 curfew bonus depending on what kind of deal I made. And that is the money that I will get every time for doing nothing, basically. So that's kind of a late game bonus that I get, but at the beginning you can still get a couple of bucks, and in the long run that will count and that will make you richer by the minute. The third tip is more about the organization of your production. So here you see my warehouse that I used mainly for cocaine. So you have at the front all the production, and at the back all the mixing stations. So that way you will be able to keep track of all your production, of things that are missing. For example, here I had some cocoa beans missing, or some seeds. So I had to restock that, and also get some delivery to restock all of the rest. Here you can see all the workers and the working stations at the barn. So this is mainly my meth station. I have 4 of them. They produce simultaneously meth, and then I have again the mixing station with 8 mixing stations that make my product much more valuable than if I would sell it just like that. So it's about quality, not quantity at this point. The whole mixing part is a thing that we can talk about later in this video. I can also put you some links down below if you want to, but I will show you my bungalow. The bungalow is mainly for my Green Daddy Purple, so you can see here a couple of pots, a couple of storage units, and a couple of jars. So jars are mainly to supplement your dealers, so they don't have to be restocked every time. Okay. The racks are also here, so I can have some higher quality Green Daddy Purple, but that will be also subject for another video. The next tip is set your priorities, okay? So the cash you have with you or the cash that you have in your bank matters. The cash you have in your bank will be limited at 10,000 a week, so you really need to start buying some businesses as soon as you make more money than you can put in the bank. The first business you can buy is, as you just saw, the laundromat. Then you can also buy the postal office, you can buy the car wash and the taco store. All those businesses you can put money in, launder it, and then they appear after 24 hours in your account. You can get up to $20,000 like that. Okay, so you really need to think about restocking all that money to get laundered every day, so you don't run out of money, because the money in your bank is everything you need for all those legal stores, and like for example Mixed Pawn Shop or all the gas stations. So those are places where you can get a lot of very useful things for you. You need to have money in your bank. Okay, that's the most difficult thing. You will have some cash money with you as you progress, but the most difficult thing is really having cash in your bank account. So always think about that, prioritize what you're doing, okay? Even if you have a lot of cash in your bank and no cash in with you, that's not good either, because you need to buy things like seeds, you need to buy pills, you need to buy handlers and chemists and botanists and all of that. So that's all money that you won't pay through your bank account, but through the cash that you carry with you. So try to keep a balance between both and not having too much in one place or too much in the other place. So here you can see I have maxed out my weekly deposit amount. So 10,000 is the weekly deposit amount, and you will get that quite quickly if you are far along in the game. So don't forget to put all that money in the bank account and then feed your businesses to get laundered money. The next tip I can give you is start gambling at the casino. So all of you gamblers, this is your time to shine really, because you can play right the bus. Don't waste your time on blackjack on the slots machine, because that's all just luck. But there is a guy on YouTube that did the math, he did the statistics, and I will link you his video down below in the comment section. And you will see that here I will be able to win $10,000, and that's quite easy actually. So if you just follow the guide that he gave you, you will be able to do that too, and you will be able to get a lot of money right from the start. The next tip is buy yourself a golden skateboard. This has more of a practical reason, because a skateboard, as you can see here, it's very fast, it's very handleable, so you can get around corners much better than with a car, and it's much less expensive. I think the cheapest car is about $9,000, and the most expensive skateboard is about 1,500. And actually in the 60 hours that I played, I never even once used the car, and I saw videos about it, and really they don't strike me as that good. So as soon as the shop opens, you can go to Jeff and buy his $1,500 golden skateboard. And as you know, you can do a lot of money very fast at the casino. So the first 1,500 euros or dollars can go there. The next tip is start mixing your product. You can see here I have 8 different mixing stations. They all mix your product with something else. I have coordinated all of that with the handlers and the chemists that are stationed outside, and your product will gain in value actually. So the meth that you have in the beginning will increase in value from the meth that you have at the end. In my case, it's slimy cheese. After I mixed it on the 8 mixing stations, but for you it could have another name. So you see here, meth is at about $90, and my slimy cheese is sold for about $600. I never go under that. Okay, even if I suggested it at another price, you can always make a counter offer, and that counter offer should be substantial so you get the most money you can. Here's another example for my cocaine. So I start off at $150 per cocaine ball, and at the end, my biodurcal, that's at the end of the 8 mixing stations, I sell it for at least 1,200. Even if I suggested it at 1,000, you can see there, I sold it for $1,205. So mix yours. You should only sell and produce 3 kinds of product. In my case, that's green daddy purple, slimy cheese, which is a kind of meth, and biodurcal, which is a kind of cocaine. All of the other unwanted products that you had mid-game, early game, or that you did the wrong way, you can still give it to your dealers. They will know what to do with it and sell it for you, and you will still make some money out of it. Tip number 9 is to produce bricks for your dealers. Your dealers will only have a certain capacity to take in all the product that you give them. If you give them bags, it's only 20 products. If you give them jars, it's 5 products per jar, and it can be stackable to 20. But if you give them bricks, you have per brick 20 units of your product, and you can give them 20 bricks for 1 slot. So in total, that will make 400 units of the product per slot. So with 5 slots, you can get up to 2,000 units of a product into the inventory of your dealers, and that way you can just give them all the product that they need, forget about it for some time, and then come back later and earn all of that sweet money. So here are a couple of examples where I give Jane and all of my other dealers bricks, and that way you don't have to check in on them all that often, and I never had my dealers tell me that they don't have any product, and that's also thanks to the bricks. If you take into account that you need handlers, packaging stations, baggies, jars, and all of the other things to take care of your product and to give it to your dealers, $800 for a brick station that you will only buy once and that you will only need one of per station where your product is produced. It's actually not that expensive, and it makes your life much easier. Last but not least, give your dealers the right customers. So there are some customers that will go for counter offers, but some customers that just want the product for the cheapest price that they can get, and they will decline your counter offer. If you give your dealers the right customers that don't like counter offers, they will make money, and you can just handle all of the customers that would pay a little bit more for the product that you sell, and that way you will make some more money. If you found these 10 tips helpful for getting richer in Schedule 1, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical financial content about Schedule 1. Let me know in the comments which tip you're going to try first, or if I've missed some. See you in the next video. Bye!